Happy Monday. It's been a week. Let's just say that. Today I am going to be doing my weekly plan with you guys. Thanks for taking the time to hang out with me. Have my tea, have my snack. Didn't really use my planner last week. I used the checklist. As you can see, there's some things that are checked off. But other than that, it just kind of sat in my purse, forgotten about. So we're gonna try and fix that this week. Of course, I started out, like I always do, with my little brain dump that I kind of didn't really do correctly, but most of the tasks are just recurring from last week. So I'm not too worried about that. It's a very low energy week. So this is gonna be a low energy, bare basics plan with me today. All right. I always start off by laying my washi. This week I decided to go a little more Christmassy. I have this cute little Christmas tree washi tape and then just this cute green one with polka dots that I just think is so cute with this. So let's get to laying this down. I'm sorry again for the lack of nails this week. I had them done, but I work with my hands a lot in my job and it leads to a lot of them popping off. And I haven't quite mastered doing my nails in a way where they actually stay a decent amount of time. So, you know, you just get my bare, rough fingernails. This is not going down the way I want to, but you know what? We're just gonna live with it. It's gonna be all crooked and I'm sure it'll drive me crazy all week, but I can't be bothered at the moment. Again, we just have to live with the imperfections. I love this green washi. I don't remember where it came from. I've collected, oh, don't be a jerk. I've collected so much washi over the years from so many different places that I truly cannot remember where this one came from. That's kind of the honest truth for most of them. I've been collecting them for, oh goodness, good 5 or 6 years now. Trying not to get my head in the frame this week like I did last week. I'm learning. This, oh, I almost forgot. I actually have something different for cutting washi this week. I have my old Disneyland annual pass that I cannot use anymore. So I might as well use it for laying washi. Because I find that old gift cards, old bank cards, that kind of hard plastic is very good for straight edge cutting washi tape. This week just does not want to lay flat. It is becoming an issue with me today. It is fighting me quite hard. I still have not done my yearly planner setup. So there's that. I did print out my goals planner. It's hanging out over here. I'd love to be able to show you guys, but I can't really because I just opened up Microsoft Publisher and I took my favorite parts from all my goal planners and I just started piecing it together into one that has all my favorite parts. So I can't really show it because it's not my design and I don't want to step on anyone's toes. All right, so I have the washi down. I'm gonna grab my Pigma Micron and my ruler. This washi tape is really funky today and I don't like it. All right, this is gonna be a pain. Oops, I almost forgot. You know, how messed up this spread already is. It's just kind of a general mood for the week this week. The fatigue left over from COVID. I have leftover brain fog. And it's just been cloudy and rainy. And I love the rain. Don't get me wrong. I love it so much. I love cloudy days. I love the sound of rain on the windows. But I would be lying if I said it didn't really mess with my head. It really does. You know what I need? I need another planner under the front of this so that it's not leaning backwards. Pro tip right there. This is very messy. This is going to drive me crazy later, but you know, not every week is gonna be perfect and shiny, and your lines aren't always going to be neat. And you know what? Life isn't perfect, and your planner shouldn't be either. Don't beat yourself up for mistakes, because everybody makes them. You just gotta work around them, just like you work around mistakes in real life. Every time I go to record is when the landscapers decide that it'll be nice to start working on things outside. And no, you are not imagining, I am doing this on a Monday morning instead of the usual Sunday, because it's just been that kind of week. Last week started off so good and just went downhill from there. All right, now to put in my little headers. I'm not even gonna bother with the top line on this one. All right, so have most of my lines in there. A little crooked, little smudgy, but you know, it is what it is. All right, let's get this Tombow down here. Oh my gosh. See, this is what happens when you do a planner setup when you're tired. You forget the basic elements of the spread that you use, like the dividing line right here. Honestly, it's probably a good thing that my lines are a little crooked, because I can still see the dots that are the separator. There we go. There we go. Okay, all fixed, all better. All right, let's write in the main quests over here. I'm definitely not gonna be doing any habit tracking this week. I don't think my brain is able to handle that at the moment. All right, now we have the nice blank, kind of ugly spread. Did I even do any of my weather last week? I didn't. That's okay. I'll do it this week. So now we have the blank spread and it's time to start filling things in. I'm going to start, like I always do, with my work schedule, since it kind of dictates how my week will go. Oops, I have Monday off. I normally don't have Monday off, so it's throwing me off just a little bit. Last week was my first full work schedule, and I am definitely feeling it. This pen is wanting to fight me too. My hand is just a little sticky from my snack and making my tea this morning. Oops, forgot to mute my computer. I love these early shifts at work. They're pretty quiet, and I just stock the store, and I have a lot of regular customers that come through, and I just love it. Though I have to say, getting up at 4:30 or 4 o'clock for these 5 a.m. shifts is not the most fun thing in the world, but I like that I get off before noon, so that's the trade-off. Man, this pen is really fighting me today. Not sure why that is. Don't normally have any issues with it, but I am using one of the ones I haven't used too often. I have 3 of these. Yes, I have 3 of these. Because I bought 3 planners. All right, now to highlight these in the color of the domain they correspond to. I don't think I have any other events happening today or this week. I just have work. I'd like to try and find some time to hang out with my friends, but we'll see how much energy I have left after work, because on my days off I usually just chill out at home and recuperate from expending so much energy. This lasting fatigue is it's no joke. All right, so this is what we've got. I'm just gonna ignore that little dollar sign. Maybe I'll find something else to write there. I love tea. No, most people don't like it this milky, but I love it this way. All right, so I think that is all the events that I have for this week. So that means it's time to start putting in my task list. So let's start with the first category, Gennaro. Oh, I have some exciting news. I almost forgot. I won NaNoWriMo last week. It was a lot of fun. I love the NaNoWriMo events. Oh, and sorry for the changing light. It's still cloudy outside, and the clouds keep coming and going, so sun will poke through and then clouds will come back, and it's just gonna be back and forth, and it'll just be what it is. I won Nano with 50,060 words, and I did it at 10:30 p.m. on November 30th. I could have had it finished a lot sooner, but I wanted to win during a write-in, and we always have a little virtual last stretch write-in from 10 to midnight on the 30th, so I saved all of my writing that day for during that write-in, and it was so much fun to, be in a Discord call with a bunch of my writer friends and all get to celebrate winning together. It was magical. I always forget how much I like doing creative things in a group setting. I tend to be a very independent person that likes to be by myself a lot of the time, but I just had so much fun. And I'm going to be trying to keep the writing events going. I mean, just because NaNoWriMo is over doesn't mean that we can't do other things together. So have some more write-ins, do some editing, all that fun stuff. I also found another writing challenge to do this month called World Ember. It's held over on World Anvil, and it's a challenge to write 10,000 words of world building in the month of December. And considering that my original fiction story is a world of my own creation, I think it'll be a good idea. And I'm having a lot of fun. I'd wanted an excuse to try World Anvil for a while, and I am loving it. I'll probably end up buying a subscription because I love the whole wiki style world building thing they have going on. All right, now I don't know how to make an even dot apparently today. So do I usually do one box or two? One box. All right, now for the domum domain. You notice that a lot of these tasks are the same as last week. Some of them are recurring tasks like filming my planner setups or whatever challenge I'm doing that month. And others I keep not doing them, like washing my Starbucks cups. They aren't gross, but they're covered in dust and they just don't look good, and I want them clean, and I need to find a better way to store them. So storing and cleaning my Starbucks cups has been on my list for I think a month and a half now. I'm just gonna have to break down and do it one day so I can get it off of my lists. My handwriting is definitely not what it should be right now. I'm not used to writing with this side being so thick and this side being so thin because I started my last Hobonichi in September. I did do a lot of my reorganizing. I did my shelves and I did under my bed, but I still have to do my closet and my dresser. If I know how to spell organizing. It's that time of year. I live in an area where winter comes kind of late. So I need to switch my wardrobe over from my spring and summer stuff and pull out my sweaters and my more thermal clothes. And even then, our winter really doesn't get that cold. So it's nothing too crazy, but that is totally misspelled. I don't even care. All right, for Corporalis, I only have 3 tasks this week, which again have been on my list for over a month now. I don't want to have like health type goals be in my 2023 goals, like starting them, because when you start them at the new year, or at least I find that I drop off really fast because I'm trying to do too many things at once. And so I want to start some of the things I want to do next year now so that they're already kind of in place when I go to start doing my other goals for the year. You don't want to overload yourself at the new year. You need to slowly implement the changes into your life. So like you could have, 10 goals that you want to do, but you need to break them down into smaller things, then you can start slowly working towards it. There we go. And for the last section that I have tasks for, which is Spiritus, I have my 2023 planner brainstorming because I still have not set up this planner for 2023, but I still have, a good few weeks before 2023 starts. I'm literally just using the December pages exactly like I was using them in my other planner. I just wanted an actual full planner this year, so I figured I would make the move beforehand. And of course, I will share with you guys how I set it up once I do get it set up. Building routines. I tend to thrive on routines, and I threw all my routines out this year, and I need to bring them back. And then my last one is my 2023 goal prep work, because I do have a lot of prep work I need to do in my goal planner, and it is probably going to take me the whole month because I don't want to rush it. I make that mistake every year. I try to do my goal planning all my prep work in 1 week or in like 2 or 3 days, and then I am totally burnt out and I don't want to work on my goals like at all or finish it. So I'll get through, you know, the prep work, but when it actually comes time to laying out the goals or creating the roadmaps, it just doesn't happen because I've already burnt myself out. And I don't want to make that mistake again this year. And this is totally wonky, but you know what? It is what it is. All right, get this highlighted in. Let's do write in side quests. All right. And all that's left is to populate my days with tasks, which I usually do in the mornings when I first get up. It's kind of a way to orient myself for the day. Or I'll do it, since most of my shifts are very early, I'll do it as soon as I get home from work. Because in the mornings, I tend to not get up until just before my shift, and then it just gets ready, go in. But luckily, when my job is one of those types of jobs where I clock in, work, clock out, and then I don't think about work off the clock. I don't have things I have to do outside of the job. So when I come home, I like to orient myself with my home life, which is different. And so I'll write out my tasks, I'll fill in the weather for the day, things like that. I can probably put in a few of the tasks for today, like film my planner setup, which I am doing right now. I need to take a shower today. It is one of those weeks where I have to very much write in my self-care things. Don't ever feel bad for putting in your planner to take a shower or brush your teeth or anything like that, because sometimes we do need the reinforcement. And sometimes we do need to, you know, have it written down in our face and force ourselves to do it, because pretending that sometimes it's not hard to do is even worse than just ignoring it. So I'm gonna write in here to take a shower because that needs to happen. And I will do it today. And then I need to put away my laundry because I have a hamper full of clean laundry that has been sitting in my room for several days now. Don't act like you don't do it too. We all like to pretend that we put it right away, but not everybody does. And I think that's it. I'm not gonna write World Ember in every day because it's just like a known thing that I have to work on it. All right. So this is how it turned out in the end. Oh, I keep forgetting to do one thing. I forgot it last week and I've almost forgot it this week too. So my tasks are split into the domains from Rachel Stevens' constellation system. So I always mark which domain they are from because it pleases my brain to have my tasks broken in to other categories. So let's see, I just have to remember what the color coding system is. And I haven't written it in my new planner yet, so I'm grabbing my old planner off camera here. So this first section is Gennaro, which is like creativity, hobbies, labors of love, passion projects, things like that. So my writing and my YouTube channel definitely fall into that. The $ is for Devicier, which is paid work, money, management, resources, things like that. So I usually don't really have any tasks for that. It's just the schedule. And then this one is Domum, which has to, you know, deal with the house, the home, physical space, household chores, things like that. This one is for Corporalis, which is the body, physical health things, style and exercise, everything like that. And then there's another one that it's not on the planner at all this week, which is Socialish, which has to do with relationships, connecting with people, family, community, just anything beyond the self. Then the last one I have in my planner is Spiritus, which is mind, mental health, spirituality, learning, things along those lines. And I have all of these color coded in my planner as well. So I just like to draw this little dividing line, write the symbol for which domain it falls under, and then I just highlight it with the color. Normally this doesn't smudge like that, but I'm going a little fast. Oh, that's the wrong color. But I'm going a little fast and I didn't let the ink dry for the micron. So they are smudging, but you know, it's not the biggest deal. It's just a small little area. All right, there we go. An actual properly finished weekly spread. So this space is just for any other extra tasks that come in during the week that I need to write down, or any thoughts that I have, or anything that needs to get moved to next week, or things that need to go in future planning. It's just kind of a general dumping ground. All right, so that's everything. I'm glad that you guys took the time to hang out with me today. It's a gorgeous day outside, even if I am feeling a little off. Everything's a little messy, but I kind of love it that way. So thanks for hanging out with me. If you liked what you watched, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, and don't forget to hit the like button, and I will see you guys next week.